Welcome to the official IBU press conference after the women's sprint in Oberhof. We have with us the winner from Norway, Marte Olsbu Roeiseland. Marte, congratulations. It looked like a very controlled race in very tricky conditions today. How do you feel?
Yeah, it was typical Oberhof weather today. It was blowing and snowing and was a bit difficult, but I've been here many times before, and yeah, I think this one was the perfect condition we can wish for, because the Olympics in China. So it was a good test before we go to the Olympics. So I was enjoying the race today.
When you go with such a low bib number, so very early in the competition, and then it's such tricky circumstances, does this influence your strategy, or does it influence how you save power for the last lap, or how did you approach it from a strategy perspective?
Yeah, I was a bit early bib number today, so it was not so easy for the trainers in the track to give me some feedback in how it was. So I just had to trust myself, and I knew that in Birksteg I'm not the best athlete, so I have to do it after Birksteg, and I tried to save some power in the last lap, and I think that was a good idea for me.
Absolutely. It's the fourth time this season you are on the top of the podium. That's something you've never done before in one season. Now, what's different this season that you again have found a new constant level which is even higher than before?
Yeah, I don't know. I wish I had an answer for that, but last year I think maybe my speed on skis was a bit better than it is now. So, but then it's good enough to be on the top, and I think my shooting is what is better this year. And last year I learned so much, and it was my first time that I wear the yellow bib. So this year I enjoy it even more, and I think it's more fun to race, and I just enjoy every second of it. So yeah, it's cool to do biathlon.
So you mentioned the yellow bib. You also mentioned Beijing, the Olympics in China in February. You're probably one of the athletes who has to make a very tough decision between staying in the competitions, taking all competitions to defend or fight for the yellow bib, but also getting into the best shape for Beijing. So how do you plan to approach this in January and just before the Games?
Yeah, it's difficult, but for me it is an easy choice, because Olympic is only every 4 years, so I have to make some decisions, and this year I'm going every race in Oberhof and every race in Roepelding, but I'm a bit sad, but I will not go to Antholz, and of course I'm a bit sad about that, because that is my favorite place, but I have to do something to be in my best shape in the Olympics, and I think to have a good training camp before the Olympics is important for me, and I will do my best to be on my best shape in the Olympics.
Sounds like a good plan. Congratulations again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The second place went to Julia Simon, representing France. Julia, it's a series of second places for you, and it goes on after Christmas, the third one in a row. How did you approach the race today, again in these very tricky circumstances?
I just try to stay really simple, just watch the wind when I come on the shooting range, but just do what I can do, all the time. It was really good in Le Grand Bornand, so I just try to stay focused in the same thing on the shooting range, and it was quite tough on the track today, but I think I managed really good the track, so I'm really happy with a really good last lap. Mm-hmm. So it was a nice race for me, and I'm really happy.
Mm-hmm. This last lap was a bit magic, because at the beginning you lost some time to your competitors, but then suddenly at the end you were back fighting almost for the win. How did you do that?
The first part of the track is really hard, because you need to be strong in the first uphill, but after that it's so long, and you have all this flat with a lot of wind. So I tried to save some energy on the first part, and be strong on the last flat, and after that it's all in the head, and try to push as hard as you can, and it was good for me. I'm really happy.
In the beginning of the season, we often saw you after the competitions a bit in despair and not know what went wrong, and then you come to Annecy, and suddenly you are a completely new athlete. What happened in Annecy? What clicked there?
I think I just need time to understand something, because it's easy to shoot on the training, but in competition it's different, and I work a lot with coaches, and also we speak a lot, but I just need to find this little thing, especially on my prone, because it was my prone who was bad, and in Annecy it was totally different, and just my family, my friend was there, and it was magic, and it happened. So it was really nice, and do the same thing here with a second place. It's just like the winter start here for me. So I'm really happy.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
And also a shared second place went to Hanna Sola from Belarus. Anna, congratulations. It's the fourth podium this season. How did you make it today to the podium?
Поздравляем, и это твой 4-й подиум этой сезон. Как ты сама себя чувствуешь после этого?
Наверное, ставлю себе цели, чтобы их было больше. И, понятное дело, все цели ставятся на Олимпиаду, и надеюсь, что там тоже будут медали.
Yeah, I really hope that those podiums were more, and I hope these will be more, and I'm just doing the best what I can to be prepared for Olympic Games.
Today you had 2 misses in the prone, and then you did manage to come back for the standing shooting. How did you do that? And after the prone shooting, what happened in your head? How did you approach the standing?
После лёжи тебе было 2 штрафа. Как ты сама могла приготовиться на стою, чтобы выстрелить хорошо стою, и что произошло потом?
Действительно, это было тяжело, так как со стойкой у меня больше проблем, нежели с лёжкой. Но я рада, что удалось справиться, потому что погода была не очень хорошая. Было тяжело.
It was really hard, especially because my standing shooting is always more problematic than prone shooting, and also the weather was not perfect, so it was really good, but I'm happy that I did it.
You had a perfect season start this season. Then in Annecy, in Le Grand Bonnot, you looked a bit tired. But now you're back and you're looking like really re-energized after the Christmas break. What did you do in the past two weeks to come back this strong again?
В начале сезона ты выглядел очень сильный и был сильный, но в Аннеси выглядел немножко уставший. Что ты сделал такое, чтобы прийти в форму опять и быть, чтобы было такая, какая сейчас?
У нас было время отдохнуть. Действительно, в Аннеси я уже чувствовала себя уставшей. Но вот за эти рождественские каникулы я успела отдохнуть и подготовиться к стартам тренировками.
Yeah. Definitely I felt myself a little bit tired and so on, but there was time to take a rest, and in a Christmas break and New Year break I took a rest, and that's why I'm feeling really good right now.
Thank you very much.
Thank
and
you.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.